Okay, welcome aboard G252 operating on River Trains rail service from Maesteg to Cheltenham Spa. Due to engineering work, the service will be running through Severn Tunnel and via Bristol Parkway. Set the train up and depart once the passengers have boarded. Let's set the train up. Cadbury's the same with their plain chocolate. The caramel variants are okay. Maesteg. Did I pronounce that correctly, InstaSim? Right. First of all, can you guys see okay? It looks quite bright. We'll see when we get out of the lights of the station. There we go. If we do another one, do we get night running? Oh. Right, so we've got to find out what's what. All markers, headlight, daylight, head night. That's what we want. That one. Passenger boarding is complete. Proceed when ready. Oh, we get that as well. Oh, I like that. Not quite, but it was close enough, so you'll let it pass. Thanks. Also, since it's in South Wales and you don't really mind the pronunciations. Oh, okay. Right, let's go. Oh, InstaSim, that reminds me. I have a message from Mrs. Jenks, who took a look into your channel to have a look at the beard that you were going on about, because she saw that bit whilst I was editing the videos for YouTube. And she has a message. She says she likes a full beard. That's the message. As long as I don't pronounce the double L as CL. It's very difficult for me to do it without the cut at the start. It's not a C, it's more of a guttural stop. It gets caught in my throat and it makes it sound like cla. Right, we get the 40 in a moment, and our next stop is Newport. I've not driven this route much, to be honest with you. I do need to drive it more. Well, certainly not this bit of it. I have driven other bits of it. Right, let's go. Up to 40. You're growing one, albeit slowly. Well, we may check in again later then. Right, how's the the gamma? Do you want it turning up? Are we okay? Mr. Harrison, you shouldn't go telling everybody that. Right, I'm guessing by the lack of responses that the gamma's okay or nobody's watching. It's one of the two. And Jellybean says that the gamma's okay. That. I actually think it is slightly higher than normal. Why? It's only because it's a secret. That's why. Shouldn't go sharing your secrets. Ah, Gamma is okay. Good. Gammon is also okay. And gamma's not okay in the radiation form. We'll just get that straight. For anybody that's watching on YouTube thinking this is medical advice, gamma is really not okay in radiation form. Victoria said that too. Victoria said what? By the way, something you might be interested in. You're making a speed leaderboard for train sim. I might have a go Insta sim. Maybe we can do that on stream. Gammon. Oh, secrets. Yes. I've just got you, Jellybean. Thank you. It's alpha you don't want. Gamma radiation equals Hulk. Oh. Yes. A slightly bendy Hulk equals hunk. But I'll let you guys figure that one out. You have no secrets, but you do. I have secrets, some of which may be revealed to you in times to come. Mainly because it's about the future of the channel. YouTube, that is. And I need to get on with that. But other than that, other than like little things, I've got no big secrets. No skeletons in the cupboard. HST! No. Oh, it's a 70. Ah, I really got my hopes up then. Can we take a snappity snap now? We can, and let's get on to 95. Right, there's an intermodal freight yard, which we need to have a play around in one day. Another one of these. Cardiff Central and 7 tunnel isn't really that interesting on TS, that's why I highly recommend the Bristol Swansea route, because the section after Cardiff Central towards the west is much more interesting. I don't really mind. Does anybody, actually, yeah, whilst we're here, does anybody know of what bushes in... Oh, they're running a bit close. What bushes in TS don't die off in the winter? Because all the bushes seem to die. And it's not right. When you get to winter, the bushes don't all die. They're still there, they just got no leaves on. Let's get back in the cab. I do like that sound though. That's an awesome sound. Mr. J! Will I be getting the... I've already got the GWR expansion. I'm just waiting for it to come out. And when it does, we shall be doing a stream. Mark my word. I actually think I might not be streaming the day it comes out, which is a bit of a pain. And for it being a nice English run, it's a nice English run. I like it, InstaSim. Oh, you've pre-ordered it too. Mainly because it's the new game and it's British, and I did say that I would get the English routes when they brought them out. So I do hope that their next route, and if anyone from Dovetail does happen to watch my stream, please take note. Although I don't think they do, they're all too busy watching Matt. But if anyone is watching, please, 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 please do the Severn Valley. Severn Valley. Severn Valley. That's what we all want. Let's see if it comes out on time or works. Oh, we have something. Oh, it's a Morpeth for the 75, so let's brake. Green light. And that'll see us into 75 quite nicely. There we go. Let's roll. You have British pride and bias. You like all things British. It's what I'm familiar with on the train scene, so nothing else really interests me. I don't know how the signalling works. As you guys all know very well from previous other streams. And I just don't find it attractive. Whereas in most British steam locos, and I say most, they're just awesome. Especially the Great Western ones. That have a finesse. But again, that's because I grew up on and around the Severn Valley Railway, and it's what I'm used to. West Highland Line from Queen Street. Morpeth for the 30 didn't go off. Oh, that should have gone off. But hey. Right, we're braking for the 30, which comes into force at the end of the tunnel. West Highland Line from Queen Street since 1985, or ECML 1991 you're hoping for? No, I doubt that they'll do historical routes, not for a while anyway. Not looking forward to it. But for me it was a tenner, because I've already got the other one. So, and we'll see what it's like, and that's part of why I'm on that kind of thing, is I want to see what it's like. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I picked it. Right, we're stopping here. That's the platform 4, but there is a sign somewhere. It's probably a bit further back because that's the 8 and 10. But that's fine, we've stopped. Peoples, get on. British routes are easy for you to understand too. It's just how it is. Oh, nice phone box. I would also like them to bring out a or for them to make the route tools and the scenario tools available. They normally stop around the middle. Well, we've got 3 cars, so let's find the 3-car marker. We have time. That's the 8 and 10. It's most likely to be on the wall here somewhere. So now I was looking for it around here. There you go, 3-car stop. Missed it by miles. But no, that doesn't count as a Ralph because I'm still on the platform. But that's where I'm supposed to have stopped. It's quite difficult to see that from the cab. You can actually make them stop here on TS. You have to put a stop marker in. And it's as simple as that. Right, let's get back in the cab. Right, we've got a 20 back out into the main line, then a 40 as we go down. I may actually show you one day when we do a bit of a longer stream and I'm scenario created. I may show you how to do it. And for a player, they get points depending on how close to that they can get. Right, passenger boarding is complete. Proceed when ready. So if you put down a stop marker and you tell them a player train to stop at it, and they stop too far away, then they'll lose points. If you want to make it really hard for them. Right, we do have a 30, but we're dropping to 20, so we're not going to go steaming off. There we go. I never said how to swap missing stock out. Oh, missing stock. Oh, that has to be done in Railworks. Do you have the locos, Mr. Harrison? But even then it wouldn't load them in. Yeah, you've got to do that in Railworks, I'm afraid. And that's quite an explanation. I'm not 100% sure. I can do it, but not confidently enough to do a video of it. Who would be the best person to ask? Probably Stephen Jam. There are YouTube videos of it, and there's a Steam guide. I'll see if I can find that for you. So I thought you meant when you've got the stock and you want to swap it out like I did the other day. Not when you don't have it. Let's face it, TSW is never going to have the amount of routes and stock that this has. It's just because it's been around longer. Maybe when it's been around for 20 years, then it will have a similar kind of amount. And this is open to the community. You know, the route building tools are there for everybody. So again, if they opened it up, it may be able to be around for a few years. Yeah, they'll both be around, I think. I think this has a big enough community and is good enough for a lot of people. And you'll always find haters, you'll always find people who don't like it. Another 70 there. That's how it goes with things like this. Train Fac, hey, welcome to the channel. I believe that this is your first time, my friend. Just means you can't play my well-paced day. What I may do, Mr. Harrison, is I may see if I can swap them out and send it over to you. Do you have RW tools? Let's just keep to this. TSW has been around for 8 years, yeah, well, quick rounding was 10. No. Ah, okay. It is a free download if you want it. Um, and don't forget also, guys, X-Series and InstaSim, they're using a completely new program. They're used to using this format in Lua, and now they've got C++, and they've got the Unreal 4 engine, and some of the things that they've been used to doing on this format, like having the base game and not needing to buy the one to get the others. So, for example, you can have the game interface with any of the DLC, but not necessarily have the original. They were expecting that to work, and it didn't, and so things like that are taking them longer than they'd anticipated. You know, and they're wary that people are constantly wanting new content. So this new passenger thing would have taken them a while, because that didn't work how they wanted, and it's just looking at it all the way along and thinking, well, what's the next step? What's the next thing that we can release that will keep people interested? You want them to make Train Simulator for consoles? I don't think that's going to happen, just because the amount of data that it takes, and because the amount of overcrossing that there is. So, for example, for this route, I can put in any locomotive from any of the other routes. It's how it works. For that to work on a console, you'll need the disk for this and the disk for the other routes that I'm putting in, all to be running at the same time. They're doing it for what, Xbox? Maybe. I don't know how that's going to work. The ATPP is what makes you interested. At least they're trying. Right, we're going via 7 tunnel platform. And we're going to be on time. It may have to be that you load it into the console. It's been years since I last used a console. Right, Morpeth for the 40. Okay, I thought that it was a 75. I'm gonna go down to 75. And if it is 40, well then I get a huge penalty. There's the 40 which we've not taken. Another one. For nothing. Ping. What we're looking for. There's the Morpeth for the 75. So that 40 was irrelevant. It'll most probably work on Xbox Live. This will become a thing of the past now, even with consoles. Oh, okay. It's a long time since I last played a console. Consoles are not my thing. Since they're on the same OS and mostly similar hardware. Right, we have our crossing signal. 75 miles an hour over the junction and through the station, 70 even. So let's get down to that. It's like we all say about how little DLC we have on a dovetail route. And again, it's understandable because they've got to build it for every machine. If I build a scenario... Oh, let me start that again. We all say about how little AI there is on a dovetail scenario, but they've got to build it for every machine, because if I build a scenario, I will build it to run on my machine. My machine's got a lot of power to it, and so I can put in 40 AI and not need to think about it. Oh, there's another train there. And another one coming in, nice. However, if somebody has a very slow machine, then they can't use my scenario. And DTG have to think about that and make it available to everybody. You do have a console, apart from which is only for Nintendo games. Right, we're clear through the tunnel. We have a follow. I'm just waiting for that to come up in the bot. As soon as it does, I shall read it out. Do we have like a cab light? Because this is going to be boring for you guys for the next 10 minutes. If we don't, we have night lights on, don't we? Yes, we do. Right, a little bit of... Right, Chazayaxley, however you say that. Thank you very much for your follow. Welcome to the chat, and my apologies for butchering your name. Right, if we turn this on to all markers, will we get a bit more light? No, we don't want day, that's less markers. All markers. Just a tiny bit. Never owned I've never owned an Xbox console, and we are speeding. Always had some Nintendos, mostly PlayStation. I've mostly been a PC. My brother had a PlayStation. Back in my day of consoles, it was the Sega Mega Drive. That shows how long it's been since I had a console. And then a family member bought us the Sega Dreamcast. It was that bad, I gave it to me. It was for both me and my brother, but I wasn't interested in it. It was terrible. Low-end PCs always crippled. Yep. And they've got to build for them. Right, we've been past the blue flash. We get another blue flash in a moment. There it is. That indicates the start of the climb. Let's go. I must say I prefer the 7 tunnel on this to the 7 tunnel on the Western Main Lines. You were really young, you used to play on SNES. Right, we can chop that back to night lights now. Oh, no we can't. My gosh, that top light really does give us an extra... let me do this. And then we can come back out and we can turn that off, because we don't need the big one anymore. We are actually coming in today, so we might have to turn that over today in a moment. Lovely. Greens, we like greens. We're in the 90s, so we can keep accelerating. We've got full power anyway. Let me get back to here. No blue lights on that. No blue lights on what? Oh, on the... yeah. And it doesn't go down and up again either. So I tried doing it in a king. And I really stoked the fire up to get it through the tunnel. And it was just flat, and safeties were going off all the time. It was really annoying. Someone said the speed was wrong for the tunnel though. I remember the days when the games were developed. And to hell with a lot of newer games are built to play on higher spec PCs since most people have gaming systems. Yeah, that is true. And that's where I do think that DTG should follow that a little bit more. You know, we're gamers. We've got these machines now. If you haven't got a big one, play Minecraft. Certainly wasn't a mod because they've never been used properly. Yeah, I think I've got enough to last the next 5-10 years now. Let's put the marker light back on. Oh, that's quite an effect. Because it's up at the top, it's lighting up the top of the tunnel. Right, we're going to be on time through Patchway. We may well be. Right, that can go back tonight. We're back out in the sunshine. And then when we stop at Bristol is when we would turn that down to... because you wouldn't actually do that as you were driving. I've done it so then you guys can see. Right, we need to brake as we come through Patchway. I'm very surprised that there was no Morpeth for that. Very, very surprised. We need to brake quite hard. There we go. Teen Slipper, hello and welcome. Oh, we have a red at the end of Bristol Parkway. Are we really that early? Oh gosh, I've got a load of text to read. I'll read that in a second. Just one example though. Let me get slow. And I'm going to crawl through this station at like 10 because every time I come through here and approach a signal at anything more than 10 it always spads me out, so we're sticking at this speed. That's just one example though. It's not built to run on most PCs, nor some other games like Atlas 2 or GTA 5. I expect just predominantly not cope with those games. And much I can sort of cope with a bit on those settings. Cannot cope with it. SW. If you had a conversation with the manager or CEO who stated that the game was built and designed to run sort of wide, he said the data was useless as their own system not buy them. Their data included office machines. Oh. Yeah, Jelly Bean. That all comes as part of the route. The lighting change times. Unfortunately, I felt. Oh, I was supposed to stop. No. That was Bristol. And the game's crashed. Well, that ended that game.